Welcome, y'all. Give me a second. What up, y'all? The reason why I'm pausing like this right now is because y'all hear Mr. Softy outside, right? So I heard that song was actually used to call slaves. The fuck? Hold up. The actual song, the jingle to Mr. Softy is actually racist. Okay, definitely has been showing up in your reading quite often. You peeped that, right? That's what exactly, Evelyn. Welcome, y'all. Listens, beloved. So, huh, that just put me right into that maroon energy. Give me a second, y'all. Literally, it just switched on over as I went on live. And maroons usually went against authorities. They were warriors that went against authorities. So, let's see what the message is, because I was shuffling these cards out that we used earlier. The Skyfire is still here at the bottom of the deck, and the Mountain Goddess came out, which was basically Lord Shiva's message. So it's looking like a continuation to the live we had earlier. See, that's picking up the vibes of the tribe of Judah. Let's see. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angel spirit guides and ancestors that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me as me, for you and I collected to use our mind's eye to see. Ashe, 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 always in connection to the Most High forevermore. Look at this here, because Source is already on it. Rebirth, the Destroyer. Which clan is this? Sound the chromatics, the family that receives. So if you are a yellow sun, red serpent, white dog, blue eagle, regardless of the moon tone, there's definitely some messages in here for you, okay? You're going through a rebirth. You have the avenging angel, the destroyer, surrounding you to help you with this spiritual wound. Look at that warrior lineage already showing up, because you're being prepared for a partnership, and you're also being given the gift of land, real estate, property, wealth, new beginnings. And also for some of you who have been wanting some extra cash, extra moolah to make a move here, this also speaks of mobile, expansive forces of money, drawing gravity into the personal. So the planet of abundance, Jupiter, you're working with Jupiter's energy, ninth house energy. Okay, so let's see. What's the message for the collective source? Okay. Wow. We have the family that anchors, which is the ones to open the portals we have here, and the red dragon with Anubis under that. Okay. So there's 260 different ways you can make up the galactic signature. 260 kins. Now, let me see something. I'm not mistaken. That's Chris Brown. Why you keep popping up, sir? Even like on Twitter, like these fake accounts with Chris Brown keep adding me on Instagram, Twitter, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? What's the message? What are we doing? But his energy comes up with Taurus, which is 5/5 vibes. Let me see something. You know how he roll. He don't let nothing get in his way. So, raging bull. You can be one if you want to. You'd rather not be. At least not no more. You feel me? Hold up, y'all. Today's a red planetary moon day. And the family that opens the portals, red moon, is also one of them. Okay, so when you speak of these families and clans, when it comes to galactic signature, the family that anchors is the Gateway family. The Fire clan is connected to the Yellow Seed. The Blood clan is the Red Moon. The Truth clan is the White Wizard. The Sky clan is the Blue Storm for this entire Gateway family. So each family has a Fire clan, Blood clan, Truth clan, and a Sky clan. Now, the red dragon here speaks of the power of birth through the action of being nurturing. So obviously already things that prevents you from being nurtured or nurturing, they're literally rising to the surface so you can say bye-bye. So that way you can be in the essence of being. The planet connected to red dragon is Neptune. Okay. This is connected to the divine realm through the throat chakra, which is intuition. Then we have Anubis here, which weighs the heart on the scale. And we have death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they who indulge in it shall eat the fruit of it. Divine feminine, queen to an empress, because the chains have been broken. You have pharaoh bloodline energy, okay? Or you're going to be connecting to a pharaoh in this lifetime that it was a pharaoh in the previous lifetime. Work and career is obviously going to change because of that. This person could be a Leo, you could be a Leo, or Leo season could be significant. And as far as the solar seal, we have here red planetary dragon, because we do have the moon tone number 10. So if you're a red planetary dragon, yellow planetary seed, red planetary moon, white planetary wizard, blue planetary storm, that message is for you if it resonates. Okay. Nonetheless, chains have been broken. Both of these cards are giving me big Leo vibes. All right. Let me see something. I know I like to look at the charts or whatever. Not whatever, but the next time the moon will be in Leo is going to be the new moon, July 28th, 29th. Jupiter will also be retrograde around that time. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see what this is talking about here. Yeah, definitely a gift of a partnership is coming in for most of you here. This has been coming up quite a bit now. I love that. Then we have Ingwaz, which speaks of a new beginning, the God hero, completion of the initiation, new life, joyful, liberation, a new way. Strength to reach completion. There goes more of that Leo energy. One must fertilize the soil for one's own liberation. Okay, so this is going back to those of you who are seeking support. You're realizing the type of support you've had all along was yourself. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that, obviously, but it has taken you some time because you more than likely didn't peep that. You did not. It's like people are clean on the inside, cream on the inside. Well, clean on the inside for sure. Now, that was from 2006, 2007. Some of you been on this journey where the truth about people around you has been revealed to you. And now you're realizing that, clearing out the foundation through tower moments, now you're more comfortable with fertilizing your soil yourself. This is also a message for like, you are about to embark on this new journey, right? This the completion of the initiation where you're being gifted with all that you want. And some of you in the past may have had trouble with the realization that, people in your past are not going to be there. They shouldn't be there because if they are there, this is going to cause a delay. So for instance, if you find out that you're moving or that you're expecting, you may not even tell anybody, but keep that between you and your partner on some shit like that, just to keep the energy vibrant and radiant at all times. You feel me? So this could have something to do with the work that you're doing as well. Be proud of yourself. You don't need no one else to be proud of you but self. You, self, and source. Anubis is here. Anubis, what is your message, my love? Let me go to the astrology card. Me saying, what do you want the collective to know, Anubis? Now Anubis in here. First we had Sheba. Now we got Anubis, who guards the dead. Speaking of, there was a beaver floating in the river. I said, well, what do you know? What we got going on here? To me, that's what I sense from that too. That's like a very big rodent. That's how it appeared, like a very big rodent. So all these sneaky people and your energy, it's over for that. Anubis, what's the message? Chiron, yep. Because it's time for you to heal this energy. Some of you have Chiron retrograde. This is your lifetime to really handle it. Because one thing about Chiron's energy and these deeply rooted wounds, there have been generations and decades where this wound has actually progressed rather than digressed through handling it. Then we have third house. This could have something to do with the way you write, talk, communicate, travel, and you're learning something new here. You have a potential to learn something new in your local neighborhood the moment you allow yourself to open up. So some of you could be realizing that the neighborhood that you're located in right now, especially if this is something that's temporary, it was all designed for you to really activate those cells through, being influenced to change. And this influence to change was really allowing you to remove these blocks where you would allow other people to come into your space that have no business being there, when in reality it's that same energy decades, generations ago, that has you with this same wound in this lifetime. Oh God, because the 12th house is on here, which speaks of hidden secrets, self-undoing. Okay, so a lot of the work, if you sitting here healing by yourself and doing things that you're doing to get you to this point, pay attention to that. Pay attention to who's around you genuinely during these moments. Anubis, what is your message here regarding Chiron, Neptune? Sheesh. Some of you probably have Chiron in Pisces or in the 12th house. There's deeply rooted wounds when it comes to you connecting to your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. The way I'm seeing illusion is actually bringing your imagination to fruition, and you're connected more to delusion because of this wound. Again, Anubis, what do you want them to know about this? Because this is part of your personality right here. Now we have a house in the area of your life, the 12th house. What is this that's being hidden? What's hidden? Something that's blocking you from love, because love keeps coming up. A partnership, divine partnerships and divine energies, partnerships in all areas of life, because working career came up here too. Working career is here too. So when it comes to your finances, other people, your achievements, work, the way you communicate, third house is also here. There's something hidden. What is this that's hidden? Something about imprisonment here. You already YOLO. That's one thing. Put some music on loud. Give me that bass, or it's a rap. Not the bass that's gonna pop your eardrum, because that don't be making no damn sense. The way some of these people be rolling around in their cars with this loud ass bass, like you can't even hear what you're listening to, bro. You just killed the entire song like that. What are you doing? Like, no one hasn't been. I didn't mean to laugh, but that's some true funny shit though. No one hasn't been anyone for at least 1.5. Some real shit. You know why? Because the more you open up to who you are, it literally shatters the fakeness around you. But people still hold on to the fragments. What's this in the 12th house that you want them to know about, Source? Anubis. What's this 12th house vibes? Connecting it. So some of you got Chiron, Neptune in the 12th house. Oof. I send you all my love and plenty of hugs. For real, for real. Look at that shit, the labyrinth. What is this that had them laws? Okay, we have the bouquet at the bottom of the deck, the number 9, but this is the Queen of Swords. Some of you had clouded judgment when it came to selecting partners, partnerships, friendships, work, because of this past that was subconsciously writing you. Chiron energy. So it's like, when you want to go towards something, but you stop yourself from doing it, and you give yourself so many reasons as to why that's not for you. The moment you go down this journey to really gain the self-knowledge about yourself, removing all of these blocks, you have no choice but to come back around to that thing that you were telling yourself before that you're not worthy of, or you're not ready to do. Lo and behold, when you really go do that work, that shadow work and all this dark night of the soul type of vibes, this thing becomes like effortless for you, because there's nothing blocking you. Anubis, what else you got to say here? We got the labyrinth. There could be 4 people involved here. 4 people involved that know that you're guarded and protected at all times. Well, one of those 4 could be self because of the other 3. He not playing today. He not playing today because he's communicating. First of all, he's communicating to you about the challenges because it's right here. Okay. Now, what do we got? We got the Eight of Swords and the Lady. All right. Now, the Eight of Swords. Now, we're speaking of Jupiter and Gemini. Okay. It's a damn shame. Some of you have been deceived since you were a child, specifically 8 years old, and you got older siblings. It's like they would do or say things to make you feel less than, or to make you listen to them, to have authority over you. Something about four, though. Could be the age of four as well. Something occurred at the age of four. Yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12, yep. And still, at this day and age, you see it as an obstacle. This is giving me Home Alone vibes with the park, though. Regardless of whatever, you were always protected by the four angels on each corner. There's a white peacock in this picture as well. And there's three doves. Three doves here and three doves here. Okay, so the three doves are here and the three doves are here. So either way, you know what I mean? You were being guided through this because this is part of your path. Okay. Wherever your Chiron is, this, especially if you have any planets in the 12th house, this is where you have to undo this yourself. And your greatest wound connected to that is thinking or feeling like someone else is supposed to help you. First and foremost, because they may have acted as if they were actually going to help you. So you got, mixed up into this vibe like, oh, they got me. And then you got them in a lot of situations. And when it's time to really, support you, for some of you, supporting you is like allowing you to have your moment, your time, your space to meditate, to really calm down. This also gives me the vibes of some of you who have children as well. Not that they're annoying, but you do need to find time to yourself. However, you're able to do that. Okay? Talk to your children. Let them know what it is. They know. If you talk to them accordingly, they'll respond accordingly. Just because they're this age or that age, nah. They pick up on energy very well. Very well. Especially in the day and age that we're in today. Don't sleep on that. Some of you are also desiring a change in your environment also. But something has to end. If you have planets right now, if you check your natal chart, in the 8th house, this is where, one, you'll see where you're about to step into victory and success, but at the same time where you have to apply boundaries, because 812 is connected to 7 of Wands, but right before that you got the 6 of Wands. Okay. And it says Mars and Leo. So you have to trust the actions that your gut is telling you at this moment. Some of you are going against what your gut is telling you about a person or a situation. Even about yourself and what you're capable of doing. Some of you are even going through tests where you may want to take somebody's head off, but source is testing you to see how far you can actually go, how much power you have to let shit go. But at the same time, being mindful and respectful to yourself to not continue to tolerate the nonsense. Especially when it comes to communication, the way people communicate with you. The crown chakra is popping through here as well with this bird. Now, someone could also be attached to you that's preventing you from creating or stepping into creation or being afraid. If you're afraid to co-create or create or have children, one, you shouldn't even be on this channel. Two, that's going to block you from everything and anything in your life. You came into this world to co-create. So if that is your fear, you just walking around here dead, straight up. And ain't nothing to play with. That's what Anubis said. Heart got to be as light as a feather. You come here to co-create. And if you're carrying the burden about creating anything, what are you here for then? You have all the tools that are necessary for you to do what you must do to go to the next level. Do it. Take it step by step. Don't rush yourself. Enjoy the process, but get things done. Stop worrying about what you don't have, because it's only going to create more mental blockages and obstacles for you. Okay? That's on Anubis right there. He said, put it to rest. Put it to rest now. Okay? Because your abundance is coming. You've been doing this long enough, and that is the truth with this lady card as well, because it's the Ace of Swords. Some of you are literally, I know y'all have heard that quote before, where the greatest gifts are in the cemetery. There's a lot of people that are buried with gifts that have yet to be realized. And I say yet to be because souls, spirits, things rise back on up. You know what I mean? Yep, it's definitely time. Although we know that it's an illusion, but the illusion of it is using it to help you guide yourself. But we overuse it at times when we start focusing on when something is going to come in. Now, this is when the ego starts to get this. Oh, this is my world. Nah, go sit down. Go sit down. When we need you to come over here, you answer that call. Other than that, go sit down. All right, y'all. Let's see what else we got going on. Some of you about to step into nothing but abundance. I'm telling you. But you got to get out of this energy of despair. Tell me more here, Novus. What do you have to say? What do you have to say? Libra. Okay. Some of you have Chiron, Neptune, Libra in the 12th house. 3rd house energy is here. Vesta is also here. The goddess within is going through a transformation, but this is also connected to your ability to transform, which means taking a big leap forward and a rebirth. Now, let me see what we got going on here. What about this Libra energy? Split the deck. We got the Ace of Wands, which is Aries. Okay. Rebirth right there. Awakening. Enlightenment. There's something you're able to invent from all of this as well. What's this Libra energy about? What's the Libra energy about? 9 of Wands, Moon in Sagittarius. So you could be a Libra connected to a Libra, Sun, Moon in Sag. This could have something to do with the family members. So some of you, when it comes to the partnerships of your family here, you didn't receive the support from them, and you constantly did things for them from the kindness of your heart. But it's also from the kindness of your heart to step away so you don't keep carrying these burdens. Because this is a vibe of like an energy vampire too. Yeah, this could also be a mother, auntie, a female cousin, Taurus, Libra. People who really would sit there and make you feel sorry for them. And this is why you keep doing the same shit over and over to help them, not realizing that that's diminishing your power. Yeah, see? They go to deception right there. Moon in Aquarius. There's two moon energies here. Emotions attached to memories when it comes to the truth that you now know about. And then also the truth that you know about when it comes to groups and social relationships around you. No longer walking into that because you're about to have this rebirth again. Protect yourself from people who want to stay stuck in the old ways of doing things. Nine of Swords. All that's going to do is create anxiety and depression for you. You already have your angels and your spirit guides that are willing to protect you, but you have to allow them to continue with that protection by not allowing the fuckery to come in. You can sense when you're being blocked from something. You can sense it. But there's also a moment where you decide to, you know what, let me just do this one more time. That one more time, that's your ass. That's what Source said. Yep. Look at that. Crossroads energy right here. Mars and Aries. Are you going to take the next step that's in alignment to your life force and vitality, or are you going to take the next step that drains that from you? You know which decision you want to make, and you know the difference when it's approaching you. Don't be foolish now. The fool, not something like foolish. The fool takes that journey accordingly, and getting to a point where they must go. Look at that hangman under this. Communications coming in. All right, let me see here. Let me see. See, you receive more than enough enlightenment about these burdens. 8 of Wands, 10 of Wands. This could also be a past lover here that reminds you of a father or a mother, because you may have not closed out. Yeah, you may have not closed out that energy. So it showed up. Wow. So it showed up in a relationship that you felt like that was your wish fulfillment. All right. It could have been. But then as you began to grow more, know yourself more, you started to realize and say, wait a minute, hold up. Because you may have had family members that didn't like certain people that you were, you know, um, in partnerships with. See, that's good bass right there. I can hear the words. You feel me? Right on, little baby. Right on. Right on. So look, you have tower moments in your life that are literally designed to protect you so your ass don't look back. Okay? Okay? Because all this that's coming in towards you is to put you back in this state where you being in your feelings, but in your feelings in a way that you feeling sorry for yourself, disempowered, unable to shift, sitting here looking stuck like Chuck because you choose to. But for what though? The only one who's gonna pay for that is you. All right, y'all. So let's see what else we got going on. So we have a new beginning, partnerships, definitely find the power of the tongue. Okay, be mindful of the conversations that you're having with other people. Again, the chains have been broken. Don't put them back on. Back to Mr. Softy too. The chains have been broken. See, this is the nonsense when it comes to education systems. Why y'all ain't telling children that? Let's see how many of them want ice cream then. Let's see what the tarot spread is speaking about. Let's see what the tarot spread is speaking about. What's the message here for the collective? Based on the current situation and the outcome. Based on the current situation and the outcome, what's the message for the collective? I'm gonna get one from here. Okay, meditation. All right. And we have the dolphin caller. So you meditate. Okay. you guys gonna need to meditate because you can sense what's coming in, what's coming towards you. You can sense what's coming towards you. What about this? Someone's waking up out of their sleep. You can sense what's coming towards you. What is this energy here coming towards the collective that you're asking them to meditate? Having them suggesting to meditate, suggesting to meditate. Why is that? Divine animal spirit, why is that? Whoa, that was the buffalo. And today is connected to the buffalo's day. Wow, I see why. The cobra. All right. You don't want to stop this kundalini process from rising because that's only gonna cause havoc for you within your own body. Okay? That is nothing to play with. Just like the Merkaba, that is nothing to play with. We have the oyster and the golden egg coming out here. So whoa, big mama energy for sure. Some of you, okay, golden egg. You see how that card just fell down and it popped up in reverse. Let me see something. I just got hot. Fourth chakra. That's why Anubis is here too. Some of you have background stories that if you told the people that actually affected you to create this story, you wouldn't want to tell them because their heart might stop. Because some of them didn't realize this. Some of them may fight you off and battle you or become combative with you about what it is that you're saying. Because the way you have analyzed it is to a point where you're able to speak on it with clarity beyond understanding that anybody you tell this story to is like, damn, that's what you survived. Yes. Yes. And with grace too. Granted, some moments were not easy to cope with this type of energy, but you realize that coping with it only made matters worse. You had to do something to handle it and handle it in a way that you were handling the one thing you can't control, which is you, your thoughts, your feelings, and the actions that you take based on those. Because to make sure your heart is light as a feather is also saying that you're about to create your own, utopia, your own family, your own essence of what is unconditional love. The oyster. Some people are really ignorant to it and they will really sit there and give you reasons as to, no, I didn't do this. That wasn't what I meant. It doesn't matter if that's what you meant or not. It was done. Okay. And as it was done, it's like this is like a situation where you're going through something, right? Where you feel like it's almost the end all be all, right? And you don't want to tell anybody about it because you don't want anyone feeling sorry for you because you overstand energy. That's not going to do anything for you in your healing process. So in the midst of you not saying anything and you experiencing what you're experiencing, don't forget to like the video, y'all. Comment and appreciate y'all those who did. All right, because that's blessings for you as well. Now, going through these situations, you don't tell anyone, but you also realize how people maneuver, especially if you are, going through what you're going through. That if you did say something, they would shift the way they were treating you immediately. But why does someone have to tell you about something catastrophic that's happening to them for you to have this type of, you know, care for them or respect for them? Why does it have to be something so radical that has to happen for you to change the way you addressing somebody? You know what I'm saying? So, meditation. Find peace, relief within yourself, which is your first sanctuary, and then you'll easily, not easily, it'll seem like it was easily done once you get to where you're going, but you have to remember that this is all a process. Let go of the outcome and remember that this is all a process, okay? Let me get one more here. The oyster speaks about patience, seeker, secret keeper, hiding inner treasures. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is, oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires in life's work. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. And the other card you got here is the rabbit, which also speaks of abundance, but in this deck, it describes it as the one who's always looking for something negative or bad to occur, and this is why it happens. All right, so you got abundance for real at the bottom of the deck with the peacock. Let me see how they have the peacock here. I shall show me. Oh, y'all day today. Feel me. The peacock, inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. And the way to do that is sometimes to accept that from others, that you really got to separate yourself from people because they're not in that state to do the same. You know what I'm saying? So don't when you hear, let me say it again how it had it here so I can get back to train of thought that I was in. So it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within. And the way that you don't harbor past pain within is literally by releasing all those people that remind you of it. Because until they heal themselves as to, what they were able to do or decided to do with their free will from whatever wounds they're connected to, whatever joys they're also connected to, then there's always going to be that imbalance. Okay. So let's see what you got now. Let's keep the peacock out here. All right. Wow. Okay. There's a different deck I want to use that I haven't used in a minute. Starman time. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is ideal because it got the. That's why. Shit. Okay, oh yeah, I feel you, honey. She's like, hey, could use the Orishas. I'll get that afterwards. Now I smell pizza. The fuck? Mm-hmm. Something about this message is gonna have you feeling like that. Putting your hand in the lion's mouth. Let me keep this text out as well. Let's see what the Starman Tarot is talking about. That's what you're having. I picked up the deck. Prince of Pentacles stayed on the table. Page of Pentacles. So we have Prince and Princess of Pentacles in this deck. It's a whole nother deck. We got the Eight of Wands popping through here. Shake. All right. Talk to us, Source. Anubis, welcome, beloved. Once again. Some of you have an ancestor, a loved one that's also communicating with you at this time, as Anubis guards the dead. Saw a peacock in your inner vision last night. Ashe. The Starman. All right, now we got the Magician here. Okay. You see that? That creation in the center right there. Okay. Let's see what comes out here. Yeah. Ten of Swords. First card out is a Ten of Swords. Your old life is going to cost you your new one. You can see it right there in your face. Okay? And Source is like, enough is enough. Okay? Ten of Swords is your first card out. Now, that's a lot of thinking of what has been considered as betrayal to you in your life thus far. And as we're sitting here speaking of guarding the dead, there's a merge also between a part of you that has been dead that wants to be revived. What else? What is this about? The Two of Swords. The moon is still in Libra right now, y'all. Okay, the moon is still in Libra. So this could be causing some challenges here for you all. Let's see why that is. Wow. So what about this moment? Okay. Some of you are used to approaching the situation the same way. Now it's time to do what you are least comfortable doing. Okay. This is all something that's happening within now, because these two cards don't really speak too much about others. It speaks of the way that you are responding to what others have done. Why is the Two of Swords here? Some of you are definitely in two different worlds also, split in between. See how deep this card is? See that wolf down there? Guiding you this entire time? Some of you have to reopen yourself up to help as well. And this is going back to the way you respond to the way people have treated you in the past here. Let's see. Why is the Two of Swords the challenge right now? The Lovers and the Page of Wands and the Son of Wands. Okay. Wow. One is a particular relationship that literally mess up your entire flow. But you got to let that go. You got to let that go. You got to let that go. You only continue to bind yourself. You only continue to bind yourself. Yep. Align with the strength within you. Okay. Now this one here, this lion here is actually willing to be tamed. With the rose in its mouth and everything. Wow. The Emperor. Some of you have an Emperor that's literally waiting for you energetically. but you are still connected to something of the past. But the more you break down these things of the past, is going to show up again. It can show up in family members. It can show up at work. It can show up the way you decide to do certain things that's connected to the pain that you connected to recently or in the past at some time. Okay, but now it's time for you to bring that love back to self so you can make wise decisions from a space of strength, not fear. That's false evidence appearing real. You're making something real that really isn't. That isn't at all. Forget really isn't, just isn't at all. It's like you're moving in a way as if there's a situation or person around you when they're no longer present. Or they could even be around you too, but you've evolved to such a high frequency that you're making them important still, because they could be projecting onto you. One, because you're allowing it. Say, I no longer invite negative entities, negative energies that are not willing to evolve in my space, and so it is. I shake. Some of you cut your hair for this reason. That's specific. There was a moment you cut your hair because you were going through something. Cutting your hair wasn't enough. You were still emotionally and spiritually connected to the situation. What's at the base of this here? Ace of Cups. You're on your way to new love now. Okay? This is a wonderful Ace of Cups. Look at this. This is the awakening of earth. You coming out of lotus. You being the lotus, being reborn, coming out the mud here. Okay? And again, the lotuses cleanse themselves. Motivation is internal, inspiration is external. What's in the immediate past here? Get some more messages. Ace of Cups speaks of new relationships, spiritual fulfillment, ecstasy, amazing, optimal health. Because when you feel great, you do better. And when you know better, you must do better. In the immediate past, we have the Princess of Cups. Okay, so this could have been something, you could have been, it could have been the way you've seen relationships from the moment that you were a child. There could have been verbal abuse, physical abuse. And this is why you were connected to certain partnerships, friendships, lovers. Because there was so much going on around you, within your mind, first and foremost. Emotionally, yes, but it affected the way you saw things. You created like this entire tree of confusion. And you thought that it was all good and gravy though. You made the situation appear like what it wasn't. You made the situation appear like what it wasn't. And you continue to feed it. Tell me more about this Page of Cups, Princess of Cups. Let me see. I want to see something here. Oh, is that right there? Close enough. Princess of Cups, which speaks of the airy part of water, sensitive and creative. So this is giving me the vibes of somebody that was you knew you were psychic since you were a child. You've always enjoyed things that were mysterious, but you were always told that you couldn't speak or you couldn't say certain things, or you were part of a religious family, but you are a dreamer, someone with a unique perspective. This is a child of spirit, a child of the spirit world where everything is evolving to its purest potential. She is able to commune with the vast domain of knowledge and accumulated karmic wisdom that for most remains unconscious. Yeah. Okay. So going back to that Chiron and Neptune vibes, like this was your lifetime to break that cycle. So that way, the seeds that come after you don't have that issue that you have. where they were unable to express themselves, or these gifts that they may feel like it's weird, but no, this is who you are. Express yourself, use it. This is why you're here. New relationships are forming, though, nonetheless, at the bottom of this spread. Welcome, love. The sun, Leo season again. But this is also speaking of the ego. I did say I was going to clarify it, didn't I? Tell me more about the Princess of Cups. Tell me more about the Princess of Cups. Yeah, you had this since you were 4. This is where that 4 energy is coming in at. 4, 8 years old, 12 years old, like preteen. You knew this about yourself a long time ago. And you would see people exactly as they are without denying the difficulties, but it became difficult at some point. Yeah, shit. 10 of Wands. Right here. Clarifying this Princess of Cups. A lot of burdens, heavy burdens. Shit. You've been carrying heavy burdens since you were a child. But you were also protected by source to not realize the burdens you were carrying up to a certain point. It was like once you got to your 20s, because have you known this before? You would have fucked everybody up. Just to put it that way. See, look at that 6 of Cups, which speaks of the child past life. This is in your blood. This, okay. Some of you have family that are afraid or misused divination, and they felt like anyone and everyone who decided to dive into that path would be doing it that way. So everybody picked up this, not everybody, but majority, and this majority are the ones that were closest to you. And this is when your story began, where you started to have to do this self-undoing. There was a moment where you didn't realize you were doing this self-undoing. This is for those of you who have Pisces in your chart, or the 12th house, especially the 12th house in your chart. Okay. Tell me more about this 10 of Wands here. What is this 10 of Wands for this Princess of Cups? The Mother of Wands. You are a magician. You have the power this entire time. And the Page of Wands was the Son of Wands was clarifying the 2 of Swords, which is a point of indecision, being at a stalemate. Some of you, this stalemate is connected to what's currently going on right now, this 10 of Swords, to really cut out this cycle, which means cutting out certain people so you can do what the Peacock said. Look at that. Son of Swords is here. I'm not getting that right now. Let's move on to the potential here. Yeah, you got some serious power, though. I'm not even gonna lie. You really do. Since you were a child, you had some serious power, which is why meditation, you may have been doing this since you were a child too. But something occurred when you turned 26 or 8 that stopped you from doing it. Or someone stopped you from doing certain things that was connected already to your soul. One thing about that is, like, you suppress this energy for so long that at this moment right now, everything that you suppress is like a dam, a water dam. Wow, because beavers create dams so that way they can change the flow of the river. Some of you are literally going through a rebirth. That was your message, my love. Oh, Gaia, take that baby with you. Take that baby with you. Me, of course you will, but that is the truth. That is the truth. You are so being reborn. This is making me hot. This is crowning your reading is the Ace of Swords. Now, there's a reason why they made me use this deck, because this is David Bowie's deck. It's a whole magician for your ass too. Let me see the Ace of Swords in here. Well. That, I lived through my highest values. The Ace of Swords speaks of opportunities to hone your highest intellect, learn new ways to reach your true potential, embodying a powerful philosophy. A lot of 9th house energy popping through here too. You're really doing the work to get to study yourself. The time has arrived, it says here, for a significant breakthrough, the creation of a conscious, intentional space in which to have a powerful insight. Conscious understanding brought to a particular issue is expanded with a clear, unique thought or new inner voice. The result is rejuvenating, a fresh new beginning or approach to life with the renewed vision of your purpose. Y'all can see that good? Yeah. Okay. In this artwork, a sword is seen floating in the space of pure potential beyond a golden circle through which the matrix of life is seen. The ancient Celtic blade, weathered by time and circumstances, points upward, intersecting the sacred geometry of Metatron's cube. Its field of high vibrational frequencies ripple out through creation. The sword, which represents intelligence, appears to sever the umbilical cord that joins the golden photises, because there's few of them, okay? It appears to sever the umbilical cord that joins the golden photises, floating in the distance, streaked in the dancing filaments of light. Male and female ancestral lines of limited being in the world are being severed. You see that shit there? Ace of Swords calls upon you to cut away anything that doesn't move you towards your highest potential and service in the world. It invites the birth and collaboration of all your intelligence so you can live into the full force field of your life. Advanced brain mapping technologies can visually illustrate the different types of intelligence, overturning the long held notion of innate preferences for left versus right brain intelligence. For instance, the theory of multiple intelligence aims to broaden the definition so it reflects the many ways people think, learn, and act. There goes that third house energy right there. Uh-huh. Yep. Third house. And third house is connected to family, as far as like siblings. This could also be a younger brother. Okay. Some of you may have had younger brothers that were treated better than you, type of thing. Let's see here. This is a different way of thought reflects this is a different way of thought that than unified general intelligence. Excuse me, let me read this over. For instance, the theory of multiple intelligence aims to broaden the definition so it reflects the many ways people think, learn, and act. This is a different way of thought than unified general intelligence or IQ. Take a contemporary dancer, for example. Their agility, skill, strength, and precision could be said to have a combination of bodily kinesthetic and visual spatial intelligence. See, that's one thing most people in this world don't be having is spatial intelligence. Know your space. Know how close or how far you are to somebody. You don't need to be all up on somebody ever, unless they allow you to. And that's the problem with the way some of these cities are built. It keeps people on top of each other, and then everybody, when it comes to spatial intelligence, they're just gone. Someone like Bowie then would have a predominant musical, rhythmic, and harmonic intelligence with an acute sensitivity to musical components and pitch. Combine this with the aforementioned intelligence, and you get an artist with a high verbal linguistic intelligence and existential intelligence. You can hear it through his striking lyrics, which lit up the creative heart of so many people throughout his long career. This card also indicates an opportunity for powerful focus. Hone all your intelligence in the spirit of great teamwork to work towards a vision of yourself, realizing your highest potential, flow, and radiance. Consider fresh ways of understanding, organizing, articulating, expressing your sense of purpose. You can achieve anything you desire, it says. So that's what's crowning your message. That's why I wanted to read the whole thing for you, because I know they be going in this book. That book in itself for this deck is great to read. Let's see what's in your immediate future. Let's see what's in the immediate future. This deck even causes lucid dreaming too. I'm not going front. In the immediate future, you got the Four of Swords. So that would be, we're going to see what this Four of Swords is talking about, because the moon is in Libra right now, right? So the Four of Swords would be the last deacon of Libra. So this would be, where we at? The 6. Sometime tomorrow. Excuse me. Sometime tomorrow. What about tomorrow? Okay. We got Judgment here. Tomorrow is 7/7. It's one of the last days of the series Gateway according to the Gregorian calendar, as far as those dates are concerned. So let's see. What about tomorrow in the immediate future for the collective here, souls? See, meditation again. Some of you really better get outside tomorrow if you haven't, and really do some intentional meditation in the sun. Close your eyes and see what images the sun is giving you. Take out a notepad, pen, pencil preferably, and get to work. See what messages are coming in here, especially if you have your cards or whatever. Do your thing. Shit. 7 of Cups. This is a Venus and Scorpio card now. And you see how, ooh, wait one hot ass minute. Because in most 7 of Cups, you see, first of all, again with the dream state, the illusion, something's becoming clear, something's becoming one paradigm. The dream state and your living state is becoming one. Something about tomorrow and it becoming one. Look at this Four of Swords and how she's holding it. Well, yeah, he, she, it, whatever, is holding it in both hands. And then you got this other sword bringing in that clarity that's going right down through the chakras. And now the solar plexus is gaining a greater view as to what it is it wants to create and what it is that it must do or follow. Instincts are connected to the mind's eye here, because you're going through this rebirth. The same thing that this Ace of Swords was saying here. Okay. And this is a 7 of Cups. Emotions. What about this? Okay. Let me see. Some of you are really going through this massive portal here. See that? This is you. This is you going through the dark night of the soul, but you're carrying the light, the rebirth of yourself to bring yourself through all of these illusions. You're choosing enlightenment. At least most of you are, or will be. Let me see. I got to see what he's talking about in his artwork. Dream big. Put a plan in motion to make them happen. Receiving guidance from dreams and altered states. There's that. Let's see. The 7 of Cups is a card of imagination for the iconic shaman and philosopher Terence McKenna. The imagination signaled the presence of a divine spark within human beings. He saw our imagination literally as the descent of the world's soul into all of us. There's no part of our humanity that isn't impacted by the imagination. We are a spark of imagination, and Mother Nature does not create things that have no use. Life viewed through evolutionary eyes reveals how nature shares her resources incredibly sparingly. The question then arises, why do we have this faculty that allows us to conjure and manipulate realities that do not exist? Imagination cannot be looked at as a vast extension of the visual faculties. Our minds have a spectacular multidimensional eye. In the artwork, thank you, the characters' physical eyes, here we go. In the artwork, the characters' physical eyes are covered, but we are gifted with the window into what he is seeing through his inner eyes. We get to see into a whole other reality. Out of each hovering cup arises a spectral image, The human head symbolizing the mind or the ego that can either guide with wisdom or become self obsessed and irrational. The bat symbolizing the power of vision, inner and outer. The mask symbolizing deceptions or the personas mask we all wear. The mushroom symbolizing our symbiotic relationship with other earthly life forms. The lightning bolt symbolizing spirit coming to earth. Gold coins symbolizing wealth and abundance. And the star geometry symbolizing structure and creativity. Get your ass outside tomorrow because that's what you'll be able to do if you get outside tomorrow. Oh God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot what we said Five of Swords about earlier, but that came up, and that's Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords. But that's well, that's Venus in Aquarius. Like you're realizing what no longer aligns with your core value. Yeah, that was the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords that came out earlier, right? Something like that. But realizing what no longer is in alignment to your core purpose doesn't matter who it is. Some of you have held on to people because of their title to you. Not anymore. This age don't care about that. If you know better, you better do better. That's what it's most focused on. You got the King of Swords. This King of Swords is on a whole different type of energy. I'll tell you that. You got the baboon and this one in the electric chair, but nothing happens to him though. With the Princess of Wands under it. Popping right on out. I gave you the strategy already. Get your ass outside. Get your ass outside. Some of these things are real simple to handle, but we overcomplicate it with thinking, oh, I don't got this, I don't got that, I don't got this, I don't got that. Get a moment, find a moment. You have more than enough time. Time is what you make it. The Chariot, you got celestial guidance around you. Use it. Literally, that's the advice. Use the celestial energy that is surrounding you now, the spiritual sun, the black sun, the Sirius gateway, and use it to clear up whatever it is that you have going on emotionally so you can move forward with grace. Especially if any of your initials start with G, you better do that shit tomorrow. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that would be 7. Why is the G there? Let's see what's in your environment. What's in the environment for the collective that's influencing this challenge here? What's in the environment for the collective that's influencing this challenge? It has something to do with their emotions connected to memories about partnership. What exactly though? What exactly is this though? We already saw that it has something to do with the past lover. An ally not really being consistent in his ally or her ally way of being. Or even when it comes to communication, when you're telling somebody you don't, appreciate the way they say certain things to you, but they continue to do it, just know if they continue to do it and it's been years and they're still doing it, you're the one that's at fault, not them. They're not changing. You're keeping it there. The Emperor is in your environment. The Emperor is influencing this Two of Swords. Now, why would the Emperor do that? Six of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Somebody wants to move forward here. You see how he's on that ship as well? Wow, the Empress. Lord. What's under that? The Six of Cups. Well, this ain't for everybody, and use your discernment. Some of you have someone from the past that didn't work out because of the way you perceive the way that they should have treated you to fill a void. That was your responsibility to handle that void. One, suggesting to leaving that space open so when you seek in that moment to breathe, you have that space open to do so. not necessarily feeling it. Now, why is the Emperor here? Why is the Emperor here? Someone has some knowledge to show you as well. Okay? Okay, so you have been seeking knowledge of self, your higher self. Your higher self is influencing this challenge, keeping you stuck to take you through this rebirth so you can shed this old skin and rise to your actual space of living, being, dwelling. This is like a fortress castle, but this is also going through a gate here. A gate, something with the crystal called gate, a gate. Why is the Emperor here? Okay. Got the Three of Swords now. And the Three of Swords sure did show up at that Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Shit. Yo, you see who's here? Ain't that Akhenaten? That looks like Akhenaten. Wow. You got the Feather of Ma'at. It looks like a falcon to me. Horus energy. Wow. Someone, okay, this is a twin flame or someone that is your divine counterpart. This could even be, something that you want to do business wise that is becoming a vibrational match. However, with this Three of Swords here, let me see. We got the Five of Pentacles, which is that essence of being left out in the cold here. The moment you realize that you're the one that supports yourself, this is when this clears up and you step into your power. By using the celestial essence that's around you right now to actually recalibrate your DNA to remove certain memories so your ass don't say and do this shit again because you won't be able to. It ain't a part of you. And that's what you have to break. What's this? Yeah. Victory and success though is coming out here, and it was getting stuck to my left hand, which speaks of the hand of receiving. All right. And then you got the World card at the bottom of the deck. That's a tough cycle you was completing here, but you damn sure did it though. At least you will be. Wait a minute. Three of Swords. Freedom arrived at through despair. Question everything. Ask quality questions. Life is cruel and without meaning, at least the way they built this world. But when you step into, at least the way they built this world called life called world, this life called world, that's what I meant. Let me see here. Suit and tie, Justin Timberlake. I got chills on my arms. What is this? What is going on right now? 10:06. What? Hold on. Oof. Okay. This is the Emperor talking. Let me pull up these lyrics right quick. Show you all the good things. Wow. I'm loving this vibe right now. Show you a few things. Can I show you a few things? Because I be on my suit and tie. That's an Emperor. Because you matched up to your Empress energy. I can't wait till I get you on the floor good looking, going hot, so hot, just like an oven. Let me see. Because if they study close, real close, they might learn something. Oop, there's her people ain't gonna like that shit. She ain't nothing but a little doozy when she does it. She's so fire tonight. Hit. As long as I got my suit and tie, I'ma leave it all on the floor tonight. And you got fixed up to the nines. Let me show you a few things. Making it real simple. So this is a conversation that's going to be real simple. It's like laying all the cards on the table, not hiding nothing. Because when you clear yourself from all this toxicity and all these burdens and all these false evidence appearing real, things that are not you, have you moving out here like a page instead of the queen developing to the empress. Listen, okay, 2020 vision, clear as day. Things are gonna be real clear now. Things already been clear. Everything's right there in your face. That's why I keep saying ignorance ain't bliss. Everything's being shown to everybody. So whoever want to sit there and keep moving and keep ignoring what's being shown, it's highly advised that you step away, especially if you have this partnership of unconditional love. Ace of Cups coming your way, because this is at the foundation. This shit is at the top. Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups, top and bottom. As above, you get clear with your higher self about what you want to do. Below, you receive all this new relationships of unconditional love. Supreme unconditional love. The way that just all went. Six of Wands. I was looking at the Three of Swords, but we wanted Six of Wands because that's the vibe I just got. We already know what the Three of Swords was talking about. Triumph and victory achieved. Get your desired recognition. Fine-tune your pathway to success. Yes. Got the sword and you got the cup to do so. Ain't nobody gonna mess up your party. You got the sword, you gonna just keep there with your cup of good old water. Your little sippy sip, whatever you got. Obviously to a minimum, because we definitely on a different path right now. Okay. It says here it's also time to move out and shine with new ideas. While you have immense self-belief in the rightness of your offering to the world, it must be understood that success can be extremely fleeting. In order to really engineer and carry success for some time in the future, the reason why I pause like that, because that's connected to 811, 812 that we saw before. And this is the Six of Wands in your environment. When y'all play this back, just remember that that has something to do with what's going on in your environment. So there's a moment where you're about to really lead through example, have this amazing breakthrough, but you're also going to have to set boundaries, because a lot of these people who misjudged you, didn't support you initially, going to be asking for you. And this is the part where you really have to strengthen your nose. Okay? Because the moment you re-invite that in, you know the rest. You don't want to sit here going through these cycles that you already did, because you can actually put like this glitch within your path as you're refining your path of success, allowing this to come in. Obviously, there'll be a point where you may be able to do that, but make sure you're making these choices wisely. It also mentions, let's see here, the bows he received, excuse me, are not all a mark of respect. Like the great hero Odysseus in Homer's epic poem, The Odyssey, this returning leader may well have much treachery to deal with at home. To leave one's home and venture off, no matter how noble the cause, means this aspect of life is left to the wanderings of fate. So some of you already did that, left home, but you're still moving as if you're still moving the way someone who's recently moving and stepping away from a situation, and you may have already been out of that for years, but you're still holding on to this old part of yourself that continuously would allow energies to come in and interfere with your abundance. This is why the Ten of Swords came out first. You got to release this old part of you. Okay. So this next card here is usually the position of doubts and fears, which obviously you want to remove. 1006. I felt like it was like, you didn't do 1006. I'm doing it now, shit. 1006, God has chosen you. 1006, November 9. 1006, peace and security. 1006, 1006, see the truth behind the lies. 1006, Prophet Elijah. 1006, make love to me. 1006, Rapture, earthquake, 1006, woof. The voice of Q, silver coin, bring on the trumpets. Well, you can raise the dead. There's that. Buster Rhymes. I'm going to take you past 6. The end of humanity as we know it. Valhalla rising, and that's ain't that about Thor? Anywho, let's see. The alien, which is the hermit, right now at the bottom of the deck. Do you believe in aliens? I believe in myself. Release the burdens. Release the burdens that you had from childhood. Some of you, this is a pregnancy from a childhood. Some of you had an abortion that you still feel guilty about. Release it. That ain't gonna do you no good. Okay, just release anything you may have done in the past because it's creating more doubts and fears and dramatic situations in your life. You're about to give birth to a new one. Write that down, burn it up, let it go. You gotta let it go, literally. That's some of you really have to heal that. Something that has been done in the past that you're still holding on to. You gotta heal that. That's the immediate future. So again, get outside, talk to nature. There's nothing that you can tell nature that nature cannot handle and replenish you. Okay? Yeah, justice at the bottom of the deck. Bring it to balance. Okay? So you can get this partnership that's at the basis here. Because that's the room for partnership, which is right here. All right, look at that. 23, 55, 11, 55 is under that. Speaking of blossoming, justice, abundance, revolutionary spirit, awakening to deeply rooted ancient abilities through deeply rooted wounds. Chiron energy. Ashe. The gift of partnership, the gift of whatever it is that you have been asking for, but you must first release these burdens that you constantly remember that may set you back at every beginning stage of you refining your path to success. Whatever success is to you, success to everyone is not the same. Let's see what the outcome is. What is the outcome here? I just heard Animaniacs. This is the second time this is coming through. Some of you enjoyed watching Animaniacs, like that made you feel really good. 9 of Swords and 6 of Pentacles came out together. Strength, yeah. Okay. You got the 9 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles. This is the obsession of focusing on the lack of reciprocity. It's time to let that go. Okay, it's only going to continue to restrict you. Most of you went through the dark night of the soul. This shit looks like shrooms on some real shit though. Never had it. I just saw some today. It looked like, not it looked like, but in the market they had some dried mushrooms, and I was like, what did that mushrooms look like? So that's why I said look like shrooms. So some of you also have people projecting this onto you, certain covens and witches who don't realize that you are a witch of a powerful bloodline. Like you are extremely powerful, like you walk with the animal kingdom, everything that is of earth, you are it. And they have to use those tools to get to you. The reason why you haven't been knocked down is because you are a seed of Mama Universe and they want to say and play. So release these energies that want to project things onto you, especially if it has anything to do with the past. Out of the blue, people from the past, from like childhood, could be popping. I'm like, where the fuck you come from? Where you get my number from? Little Red Riding Hood. Also, pay attention to what your children are saying, especially if they're having nightmares. There's definitely a clue about what's going on around you. You probably can't see it clearly, but they see it clear as day. It could even be a niece or nephew too. That I'm just looking at the crow now that's showing up on this card, which is speaking of you releasing something from the past once and for all. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hold up. Ten of Pentacles is at the top though. Okay? Just know you're about to receive this abundance. This cord is being cut. You're protected. Ask Archangel Michael to protect you. Why is the Nine of Swords here though? Let me get these. Let me get these right here. From the time I realized that I wanted to count how often the sirens went off, I caught it the last 4. So the Emperor is here, number 4 in the environment. What does this have to do with the Nine of Swords then? Okay, some of you still holding on to this old perception that could literally block you from this Emperor or the opportunity to reclaim your power, because you're focusing on things of the past that no longer even serve you or are around you. Or if they are around you, they're not, able to penetrate what you got going on unless, again, you are allowing it by giving life to it in your perception. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Why is the Nine of Swords here? That was quite a bit. We have the Nine of Pentacles, abundance coming in here with the Nine of Cups under that. Just don't deceive yourself, because the Seven of Swords was there. So you have the Moon. Secrets are being revealed. So divine intervention can come in and give you your fortune, everything that you worked for, fruits of your labor. Then we have the Daughter of Wands, going back to that Page of Cups in the immediate past. Now you are the Daughter of Wands. You're stepping into your power with passion. Like you're bringing in the fire. So you're ready to create from that moment since you were a child, allowing that inner child to blossom. Then we have the Six of Wands, which speaks of victory and success here. Some of you are high priestesses, and again, because it runs through your blood. And this is the lifetime. That's literally, oh no, that's 626. Hold up. 626. Because this came up not recently, but Cosmic Serpent God. Marry Me, Rhythm, Master Builder, Taurus or Life Path 22, Queen of Spades, Libra, 626, Mayan calendar. Some of you also carry remnants from the Great Depression from another ancestor here. We got Taurus, Scorpio popping through. Swords hides you like the great you are until you realize yourself, until you realign with yourself. And in doing so, you're only going to be connecting and communicating with and on purpose only. So that's bringing that Nine of Swords energy out of the building, especially when it comes to family. This solar eclipse coming up in October is going to assist you the same way that the one in Taurus did. So there we go. There we go. Taurus, Scorpio, solar eclipse energy is over with. Oh, it's so over with. So even though that eclipse is 10/22, the eclipse is going to be the 25th of October. Even if it is right now, July, you can still, with the law of gravity, call in that energy to get this matter handled here. Because feelings are programs we give life to, and we say, I am. Surrender. Deliver all that is out of your control to the Most High and be ready to shift. because peace enters your life when you surrender. So it says surrender, deliver all that is out of your control, okay, to the Most High, so you can be ready to shift, because you're about to attract what it is that your soul has been asking for, which is a fellow high priest or high priestess, or this is you, to step into your gifts, which you have here, okay, to step into your gifts without having any doubts or fear that this is who you are, and however, in whichever area of your life that you're going to be doing this, because you are a warrior of light. Again, Archangel Michael is here to protect you. Tulips are highly significant because it's also connected to May. Again, Taurus vibes, Gemini. So, sheesh. That was the message. Let's see what the mermaids got to say. And we will summarize this reading right now, or conclude it, rather. Your abundance is protected. All you got to do is realign with self. Go through these portals. Yeah. Don't she look like Nicki Minaj, though? Don't my tripping. No, she really do, though. What is this? This is the stars. It's been a long time coming. 717. There that goes. All right. Shout out to Anubis for coming in here twice. It's time for you to put that old life to rest. I'm tired of it too. Let me guard it. Let me do what I got to do with it. And you go live your life. Yeah. Go spiritually cleanse yourself. So you can get to your power of the I am, especially if you are an Aries. I'm definitely talking to you. Aries, Cancer, this season, right now. Tomorrow's a 7-day. Well, the 7th. Okay. Hold it now. Wait a minute now. Oh, shit. All right. Final messages. And we getting up on out of here. She's been popping over my timeline too. That's a Saggy baby right there. See? Protected and guided. Protection. You, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected by Him. We just said that shit. Ready, set, go. Treasure chest. Ready to open it? Better be. Shit. It's going to show up anyway. An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. Right now. Yes. Synchronicity. See the dolphins again. The dolphins are here. The dolphins and the crystals are here. Yes, they are here. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. Divine magic. You got fairies out here helping you, man. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. And rest. Some of you need to rest. You're overthinking. You're overdoing it. Slow your ass down. What could you do? Slow down. Go take a nap or some shit. Go watch Animaniacs. Fall asleep. I don't know. Do something, but let it go. Again, with the Four Swords vibes. You've been working hard. Take a nap and get some rest. Shit. And don't say you can't, because you better find that moment. Or spirit gonna find your ass. Source gonna find your ass. Some of you who said that's because you're doing work that you have. Do it until you must, but you are a born entrepreneur. A new dawn is coming for you to rise on up here, okay? You're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. I get it. Shit can get kind of, you know, off balance, but that's all designed for you to keep, putting in that work the same way you would sit here and commit to someone else's dream. You need to start committing to your work. The worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. What else do we have here for you? Let's see what else we have here. Empowerment. You are more powerful than you realize. Stop being soft. Playing that shit too small. You better get up out of here. You're more powerful than you realize. It's safe. It's safe. It's safe for you to be powerful. It's safe. I'm gonna figure this shit out too. I don't know what you're talking about. It's whatever rises. It's safe. It's safe. Shit. Oh, sacrifice. And they got one of these job companies up in here. I cannot tell you. You with me right now. Yeah. You're more powerful than you realize when it comes to these heartbreaks because Akhenaten was definitely on that Three of Swords card. Let me see. See my face. Well, obviously you're looking at a damn screen. Hey, K. Yeah, that was Akhenaten. That is him. That's your boy. 18th Dynasty. You might want to look into that. He is the counterpart of Nefertiti. Nefertiti. Yes. Yes. He could have 7 or 8 children based on what they know. So he could be one of 7 of 8 children. Setepengre. Setepengre. Who's Setepengre? That's one of his children. It's let me see. Was born around the 9th to 11th year. Some of you could be traveling to, let me see, in year 12 on the 8th day of the 2nd month of winter during the so-called reception of foreign tributes. Next time this experience says, bro, y'all not giving me what I was looking for. I mean, y'all are, but that's not what I want to see. That's not what I was looking for, really. Akhenaten translates to mean successful for or greatly used to. Chose his name for himself after his conversion to the cult of Aten. Some of you, your name is highly significant because you chose your name before you entered here too. Confirmation as a ladybug landed on me. Shay, I definitely saw one too, and thank you for reminding me that I got to look up what that one meant. That specific one. So I was definitely out there burning some shit, and it popped up as it was done. So I was like, okay, waves of prosperity. New abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. Again with the now. Right now. Yeah. Yeah. Simplify your life and get to it now. 144. Rest. Protection. Follow the synchronicities. Trust that you were born entrepreneur. You're more powerful than you realize. Set those affirmations and rest. And rest. You, look at that. Look at that. Morning affirmations, rising affirmation. You see? You see? You see? I know you see it. I know you see it. Yup. It literally says yes under that. I'm like any, many, money. You better choose. God damn it. They are the bridge between the divine and cosmic energy. Yes. What about the I'll say it later. I don't want to say it just yet. It was in the Scarab family, giving the Egypt vibes. Yeah, because that would be like a beetle to me. Shit, that sounds about right. 10:33, surrounded by divine guidance right now. Angels and ancestors, come through. What's the message? You hear the people. You hear the people. Exchange energy to create abundance. See beyond the current situation. Yeah. Unlock the magic within and be the light. And what is this? What is this? You are the water guardian. You have the water guardian around you to connect to your emotions. And hey, you have an elder here that's asking you move your ass on past these ancestral patterns, including mine, and connect to the shaman within you. You have all our abilities, but you are yourself. Get to work. Some of you, if you want to travel, it's going to require you to travel too, but move in a new direction. Shift that focus. There go the fireworks. That's out there. What else? Final messages. Price it at a rate. Be open to healing information and surround yourself with protective energy. Got the Caduceus, Imhotep, Ophiuchus. Some of you are walking through this gateway of a new reality. Yes, indeed. I love y'all. I'll see you mañana. I'll see you later. Cause mañana, tomorrow is today. Don't mind me, cause I'm about to be over here doing the most. Later, bye.